Hey, what is up, guys? It is your boy Speed here, and today we're going to be going over the top 10 most expensive cards from the recent set that just released on February 19th, Shining Fates. I'm sure you are all familiar with this set, probably because you haven't been able to get any product in on release day. Condolences. But nonetheless, let's get into the video. I'm really excited to talk about the set. I'm not just going to read off the cards one by one. That would be pretty boring. I'll talk about the cards, what I think about it, what surprises me, and so on. And hopefully we can learn a bit about these cards so we can have a better education, better knowledge for future sets and reading what we want to look into and what we want to get and pull from the set. Alright, so let's get into the first card, and that is going to be Danny Rose, baby! Selling for $69,000 and $69,420. Wow, what an absolute crazy card. Really no shock to all of us. And fortunately for me, I gotta pull him out now. Where is he? I swear I have one of them. Did I send them off the PSA? Did I send Daddy off the PSA? I think I did. Oh my god. I just knew how valuable he would be, but nonetheless, this card is an absolute banger. So if you can get your hands on one for anything below $69,000, you're gonna be in the green. So good luck to you guys on that. Alright, let's close that out. I actually spent 5 minutes before this video just learning how to inspect element just for that. Alright, so first up on the list we have the Charizard. Day before release, this card was going about for $900. Now I'll be real, guys. I thought this card would go for a bit more. I thought on the day before and day of release it would go for about $1,100 to $1,200. Especially considering, compared to Champion's Path, it's the only Charizard of the set, right? There's not two of them, but that clearly is not the case. And I think the reason for this, my main idea that this card isn't as high as I thought it would be, even though it's still very high, is because there's so many other chase cards. There's so many other cards people want. When it came to Champion's Path, those cards were a bit higher on the day before and day of release, maybe because hype was a bit higher at that time. However, Shiny Face is impossible to get. But, Champion's Path had no good cards. It had nothing. What, are you going to pull Dreadnought VMAX, Rainbow Rare? Woo! Who likes Dreadnought? I didn't even know that Pokemon was a thing before Champion's Path. Okay. But yeah, alright, this card is number 1. No one's surprised. If you have one, get it graded, especially if it looks like a 10. Next up on the list is Skyla. This is also not a shock. This card would have been pushed back one if they left Marnie in the set, but Marnie from Shiny Star V, the hockey Marnie, is not in the set. Trainer cards have been absolutely popping off, and funny enough, this one even looks a bit off-centered if you ask me. However, the Shining Fates in general, on the front, I'll be real, guys, on the front of these cards, I don't know if this is just me, maybe, I'm just dumb, but most of them were off top to bottom. Maybe that's just how the card's designed, though. Because, it was almost every single one. So, I think I'm just tripping. But nonetheless, Skyla trainer cards popping off. Frankly, there's actually 2 trainer cards on this list. I don't think there's been a set with a trainer card in the top for a long time, if ever. What set has a trainer card at the top? Besides, the Rainbow Raider Marnie from Sword and Shield, So this is pretty insane. Coming in at number 3 on the list, we're moving into our gold cards, and these, I'm not surprised these are popping off. Frankly, I think these are some of the coolest cards in Pokemon right now. I'm really a big fan of them. I know also someone in the community, Pokemon, PokeGPA, he's collecting only these, so I don't blame him. He's collecting gold cards. Gold cards are incredible. It's like gold stars, Not really, but you get the point. So that's coming in at number 3. And yes, I'm using eBay's sold listings, so these are not just random cards. I went through and I tried to make sure I found a couple of sold comps to back my listings. So all these prices that you're seeing are legit. They're paid for. They went through. Even as you see here, this is, a relatively good seller, 98.3% positive feedback. Not too bad, unless my face cam is blocking it, but it doesn't really matter. Next up, this card is so cool. I actually am super expressing one to PSA, and I'm going to be posting a video tomorrow or the day after that about what I'm going to hold, what I'm going to sell, raw sell, and what I'm going to grade from Shining Fates. Also what I might buy and what I've already done, so that you guys can learn from the process that I've been going through. On top of that, you're going to see my margins and things like that in the future. That's probably going to be another video. So a lot of great stuff coming. So if you enjoy the content you see here, you enjoy me, and you want to help grow this channel, Smash that subscribe button, click that like button, and comment something random down below like why Daddy Rose is your favorite card. Alright, next up, we have the other gold card from the set. And this seems to be a trend. I honestly feel like some of the V cards, like the V card counterpart to the VMAXs, are cooler. Like, for instance, we'll go to the end here. I'll just show you guys. Right, this Ditto V, I think there's a lot of people that believe this Ditto V card is much cooler, much cuter than this one. Right, the fourth one on the list. And I get that this one is a full art. I think it has a harder pull rate. I don't know the exact numbers on that, I'm not going to lie to you. But nonetheless, this card is trumping the Ditto V by quite a lot. $60, which is really high, but frankly, the color scheme on this card is great. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just a blue blob, but Shiny Ditto to me is just so dope. I'm just a big fan of blue. I don't know if you guys could tell. But nonetheless, that's coming in at number 4. Number 5 on the list. Oh wait, I think we already got here. I was just talking about it. But the V card, right? So the VMAX kind of crushes this one by $15, even though they're like relatively similar cards. You know, same color scheme, same Pokemon. But VMAXs, they stay on top. And it seems like that's going to continue to be the trend for a while. But yeah, this is number 5. And number 6 is the Lapras VMAX. So I actually thought that the Lapras would be higher than the Ditto. And I think for a period of time it was, but now that seemingly is not the case. The Ditto has maintained its value. Personally, I like how the Ditto looks a little bit more than the Lapras, but in terms of overall appeal, cards like the Lapras VMAX and Grimmsnarl Full Art are incredible. I didn't put the Grimmsnarl on this list. I think it is going for about $25 to $27, so it might have fit in on the 9 or 10 spot, but like they did an incredible job with these full arts. They look so good, and I really do believe that because of how cool these cards are, that Shining Fates will do well in the future. So if you're looking to buy into Shining Fates, I wouldn't necessarily recommend buying singles. I think it could be okay, like especially if you can build up sets of the cards. I think that could be valuable in the future. But the primary thing I would recommend do is just holding sealed Shining Fates if you can get it at a good price. I do believe the set will be very, very similar to Hidden Fates. I would be shocked if it took any other road than Hidden Fates did. You know, maybe not as popular because there's just so many sets right now, it feels. Like there's so many good sets is what I should say. When Hidden Fates came out, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of the sets surrounding it just weren't that popular. The demand was much lower, the sets were worse, and so I think that that might hold back Shining Fates a little bit. You know, there's still going to be a lot of craze over Vivid Voltage. Great set, great chase cards, all the amazing rares, the Rainbow Rare Pikachu. So I think that will hold Shining Fates back a bit if I had to guess, but not by a lot. Like, I don't expect these packs to drop below like $8, $9 a pack. I think current marketplace is like 10-ish a pack, which is honestly a bit lower than I thought it would be. So, hey, that's good. Next up on the list, we have Suicune. This is the most shocking. I'm not going to lie. I was shocked. There's another card that's shocking. Maybe I'll pull it up at the end, which is the Galarian Rapidash baby shiny. Technically, it's not a baby, but like, you know what I mean? The mini shiny vaults. Suicune is $40, and this is not like a one-off list. They're all $40. This card is popping off, and, you know, I know it's the most desirable, and I think that's why it's doing well. Not necessarily because it's, like, cooler than the other cards. It's not necessarily cooler than, let's say, the amazing rares that we haven't gotten to yet. It's not, I mean, it's cool, but I think it's because it's, like, the elite. For instance, the Charmander or the Eevee from Hidden Fates, those baby shinies, have, like, this high premium as well. And I think it's just because they're the major chase cards. Those, to be fair, are also very popular Pokemon, so is Suicune. But, yeah, this one shocked me. Like, when I was doing the research, I was like, whoa, okay. Suicune is pretty high, and that's a good sign, you know? That means there's diversity in what people want. Next up on the list, PokeKid. All I'm going to say is, if you're the one buying this card for such a high price, if there's something you want to tell us, you know, maybe you want to call it into the please. It's a little bit sus. That's all I'm saying. Why is it so expensive? You know, Skyla, probably of age. I'm just playing. But, yeah, PokeKid popping off. Trainer cards, it's good to see. I mean, as much as, like, the whole trainer card boom was, like, a bit concerning, because it's like, why did these cards seemingly randomly pop off? And, like, you know, just because some content creators pumped them, or some random Discord groups pumped them. it was a bit concerning, but what I will say is it's kind of nice for the sets to have different chase cards, you know? It is cool. The only thing is, like, if every single pull, like, good pull you get is a decent chase, like, every trainer and every amazing rare and every full art is a chase, and it kind of waters it down a bit, I think, but not really. Like, I think people just like the cards. Like, it's a cool card. I can't say cute, because then I'm just going to get, you know, like, FBI is going to come smashing down my door. But next up, number 9 on the list, we have the amazing rares. And these are selling for about $15 to $20 alone. But what's cool, and someone could correct me on this if I'm wrong, but what I've noticed is if you have a set of all 3, you'll actually be able to sell them for a little bit higher because people want to buy all 3. The only, like, from the same buyer, you know, I guess they'll just trust you. And get them in without having to buy one by one by one. So that seemingly has been the case, but they're going for about $20 each, so don't be fooled. This evaluation of 70 for 3, if you have only one of them, you're not going to get that. You're going to get about $15 to $20 per card. It does vary a little bit. I think Kyogre is the highest, Reshiram is second, Yveltal is third, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, nonetheless, amazing rares taking a solid spot. I think this is a good place for these cards to be. And as we all know, they are very gradable cards. Personally, I've super expressed one of each, which is absolutely psycho. Because if I get a single 9, I'm screwed. It's a big risk. It's largely for fun and largely to test things out. I'm curious to see if I get back a 10 very early. I'll discuss this in tomorrow's video. I'm not going to harp on it. But we'll see how that goes. You guys will see how that goes when I get them back, which... who knows how long that will take. Hopefully only like max 2 weeks. And then finally, last but not on the least, number 10 is the Ditto V, the shiny full art holo. This card is awesome. This card is very beautiful. The blue, it just stands out so nice. The silver and the blue with the gold, absolutely incredible. Who doesn't like this Ditto V card? And yeah, I want you guys to let me know what your favorite card from the set was, because that's what's so great about Shining Fates in comparison to Champion's Path. There are so many cards that I did not cover that are on this list. For instance, let's pull it up. Let's pull it up real quick. Right? eBay, Shining Fates, Galare. There it is. Yeah, I was even searching it beforehand. But look at this. Look! I mean, these are not sold, so let me pull up the sold real quick. But look. Crazy, right? $17, $16. All right, it's probably going down a bit. Like, that's not shocking. I expect this card probably to level out around like $8 to $10. Crazy though, crazy high. Even this one, yeah, the Zigzagoon. I have one of them. Like, even the Zigzagoon. And the, what's the other one? Oh, I'm blanking out now. Whatever it evolves into. Zigzag, Jigsaw Puzzle? Whatever it's called. Popping off. Like, even a lot of the baby shinies, like, look at this. $10 for the Weezing. The Weezing's pretty funny, though, to be real. Nonetheless, Shining Fates, so much potential. I'm so excited to continue to make videos about Shining Fates and about my journey through Shining Fates. So I hope you guys are subscribed, like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!